Hey guys, we're the
Hey.
20s. So, as you can probably tell, we look a little down.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about in this video our experience with bullying, as Amy and I have been bullied and a lot of people out there have been. Because I know there's a lot of people suffering out there like Amy and I, twins even. We just wanted to tell you about our experience. Because the reason we did make this YouTube channel was to have fun and have laughs and be silly, but the main reason was to put a message out there that everyone's beautiful and everyone can be who they are and you're not alone.
No, you're not. We were bullied because mostly we were twins, we were different. And I think this got to some people. We're going to tell you about our experiences. We've been bullied year 5, year 6, primary school, late primary school to high school, all of high school. We're really nice to everyone, we're always greeting them, we're always kind, but they just hated us, and I didn't even know some of them. It started to spread, all these words, this gossip, it was horrible.
What actually started happening was we said hi to people, try to find our way. Because we're so close, people tend to not like that, and they try and split us apart, which ends up causing problems between Amy and I. So then we decide to move away from those type of people because we want to be friends with people who accept us for being close and being twins.
For being us, really. We were new students too, and when you're new, you want to make a good impression. And when we're trying to make a good impression, we're always kind to everyone and want to meet new people. We just got this group of people that just straight away didn't like us because we wanted to see new people and have a look around and say hello to people. I don't know really what they were thinking or what they wanted to do, but from there it got really bad. Like, a lot of things happened, a lot of lies, a lot of favoritism.
We still haven't gotten over it yet because it actually is still happening. Thank gosh school is finished and we made it through, but we're still living in an area where it was because of bullying from multiple schools. We've actually moved a lot of schools, and because of that, probably half of where we are knows us and knows that we're the stuck-up twins, or whatever they want to call us. Basically how this all started was we were getting bullied in schools, but this one school in particular was a private school, and we moved there as Mum and Dad said it would be better and it's stricter and
you won't get bullied. But we were wrong. It got worse. We thought meeting new people would be better and it would get better. We were very wrong.
But we were wrong. What ended up happening was when we did go to that school, we tried to get into sports and things, and because I was new, and automatically when we went there, people were testing you. The problem was, because Amy and I had so much experience with bullying and knew how others felt in the past, when we did come to this school, we wouldn't really tolerate people talking badly about anyone else. We would be really outspoken. We didn't want to be someone we're not. And I guess that's how this all happened.
Yeah, and the truth is, I'm not exactly sure why they hate us, and I still don't know why they hate us. And in the area we're in, everyone knows one another. And it's hard when you move from one big city to, I guess, a small town, which this is a small town. And it's still not going away. We hung out with people that were really, cool, like different. And I'm not sure if it's because of that is why they hated us. We were always nice to everyone, greeting them, but in the hallways everyone would whisper about us. You could clearly hear each other's names. Clearly hear Emily's stuck up. Emily's a little stuck up princess. We got a twin in her, stuck up all this sort of
There's
stuff.
all sorts of names that we were called, but what really hurt the most was when we did talk to people, went up to make the effort to say hi to them, they would completely ignore us. Then we would walk through hallways and we felt like we were being watched. When we did talk to people, you could just hear them saying our names and giggling, and some people who would come up and befriend you, and it was really tough.
Be friends with you, but only to get bullied and say ha ha. you know, you really thought would be friends with you. And basically, we went to class and we got excluded in class, and that was the hardest thing. When you go to school, if you get bullied, you try to focus on studies, but how can you focus on studies when everything you're doing, if there's group tasks, you're getting excluded or they make you do all the work and to prove yourself. The hardest part is that for some reason the teachers didn't want Emily and I in the same class. They separated us even through the bullying. They would only let us go in one class together, one class.
The only class we were actually allowed in together was history and geography.
We hardly spent time together. Emily and I were having troubles of our own that we couldn't explain. Emily was having this bullying with especially this one girl that just made it worse. And the scary thing is I wasn't actually in Emily's class and I had nothing to do with it. I was always kind of quiet student. Emily was I don't know, she somehow got a bad reputation first. And this rubbed off on me. And everyone used to get mean with me and I didn't know what I did wrong. I mean, everyone was saying these lies, saying your sister's evil and your sister's this, and this upset me. And I always used to go to Emily and tell her what they said. Is this true? Seeing Emily's face, just knowing that what Emily said wasn't true, I wouldn't believe them anyways, but it really upset me. And no matter what, we can't escape from it, and it's really hard.
I tried to make different friends to Amy, and we've only ever done that when we were younger, where Amy and I didn't hang around with each other at all, but as we gradually got older and things got harder, we did hang with each other. But what ended up happening was when I was on my own, people would ask me questions like, are you good at drawing? Because I draw a lot of things. I said, yeah, I reckon I'm pretty good. I draw anime, I draw realistic drawings, things like that. And it would say to me, there's no need to be full of yourself.
Every little thing they would find, anything, thinking that was so perfect, students or whatever in their minds was so nice, and they found any little tiny thing that would make us evil and the worst people in the world.
But what hurt the most is that how it gradually built up and it spread to like a group of people, to like the whole school. What really happened was this one girl who is said to have a mental illness, and she somewhat wanted to target me all the time, because Amy and I, in drama, because we loved doing acting, because we were twins, and we were going to do this play which was the twins, but we ended up doing a different one because some other people was like, I want to be the twins, I can be better at it,
I can be a better twin than you and all this, and saying, you know, just saying that we're trying to take everything because we're twins and just rude stuff. So we just ended up playing the clown and Viola, very two different roles, and we really enjoyed it. We went to the Shakespeare Festival. People were saying, you know, we got a B grade because the teacher gave these other people an A grade that failed a lot of times, which we all fail, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So what happened was we did the with heaps of hardcore practicing in secret, and with our one group of friends that were in year 7, but we hardly saw them, as well, obviously in a completely different year, because then we were in year 9, they were in year 7. And they had their own group already formed, and Amy and I were a little bit left out. But I guess if they're watching this now, I want to say a great thank you to them, because if it wasn't for them, we probably would be completely broken right now. And I mean, they helped us through it.
So thank you guys. If you're all watching this, if you bullies are watching this, just know that every word you're saying, every single word, whether you're a bully or you know you're bullying someone else or you're getting bullied, just know that the ones that are bullying, you're not helping anyone, you're hurting them, and you shouldn't be doing it, and you're ruining their life. People that are getting bullied, you've got to ignore them and move on. And the hardest part is moving on, knowing that they did the wrong and you're getting punished for their wrongs.
But this girl, the girl that bullied me particularly, we'll call her Rose. Yeah, what ended up happening was every time I would do something well or impress the teachers or get her friends talking to me, she would gossip and make up stuff about me, and then other people would jump on the bandwagon, either because they felt sorry for her, or is because I had Amy. And that caused a lot of problems. Even though we have a twin, we have each other. Still being twins, you want to be accepted by outsiders.
And if one twin does something wrong, it affects the other twin.
That's how everyone looks at it. We're the same people. How are we any different? We're not individual people. And that's what bothers Amy and us, because we are so different. But as much as I like being compared to Amy, we're our own people.
And sometimes what I don't understand is people just assume things about twins. Assume that we're the same, assume that we're mean. If the one twin's mean, the other one's mean, or whatnot. But I know Emily's not mean. But the point is they don't see us as single people. They see us as one. And this affected us greatly in a bullying situation. And we're still struggling with that now. We finished, but we've seen the people out on the streets. And Emily had serious panic attacks. And I started to get panic attacks too. It just went so out of hand. The teachers even excluded us, bullied us as well.
I have a very short temper. I mean, I take a lot, but when someone comes up to your ear and yells in it and purposely, gradually pisses you off, says horrible things about your sister in your ear, and then saying you're nothing, you're no good, and then yells in your ears and said, you can't get me back because you're weak, and all this sort of stuff, and because no one's going to believe you because you're stuck up. And we weren't stuck up. And what ended up happening was this girl, Rose, yelled in my ear all the time, pushed me around physically and mentally, and she got away with it by the teachers. All the teachers saw was me getting angry and trying to tell them what happened. But of course, because she was there longer and she is believed to have a mental illness and everyone felt sorry for her, I was treated as not the victim, but the one that was
the perpetrator.
Something wrong with me. And this is the thing. We talked with the deputy and other people, principals, but they never listened to us. They kept saying to us constantly, they kept saying to us that we imagined it. Don't imagine it. You're both imagining it. You're in your own little world, your twin world, whatever twins do. And for twins who's watching this, they know full well that we're just like everyone else. Yes, there's another us.
We're human.
We're human, we're our own people. We may look the same, we may act similar, or different. We're still our own people.
Whether you're black, have acne, you're red, you're pink, you're
That
white,
too.
you have 3 of you have 4 of you have 100 of you.
Whether you're fat, thin, it's what's in here. This is why we've made this channel, is to show those people who are suffering. They're ugly because they're fat or have acne or it's treated badly at school, who's outcasted, can't bring themselves to talk to people. Well, I can tell you this. Since in primary, when I was so young, I had trouble talking with boys because everyone believes every boy that talks to you has to go out with you or things like that. And when I did talk to boys, they wanted to go out with me. It became an obsession. I'm not saying I'm into myself. There was boys that didn't want to go out with me, and gosh, I was happy about that because I just wanted friends, guys or girls. But as I gradually got older, I had this thing of staying away from boys because I didn't want people to get jealous of me or to think that I'm trying to get close to someone or I want to sleep with them or all these things that people make up. Because they said that and I didn't hang around guys. Because I didn't hang around these guys and they knew it, I avoided them. And I was awkward around them. They would say, you hate them. You must hate boys. And that's how this all began. That was one thing. That I hated boys. I thought I was better than everyone else. I put everyone down. But it wasn't like that.
She never even talked to anyone. A lot of the people that bullied us, I didn't even know. Was still new at the school.
When I did get at that breaking point, I wasn't myself. I felt like hurting myself and hurting the ones I cared about around me, like Amy. I sat down and talked to the deputy because this was really bad, and Mum was saying it's really bad because I act differently at home. And Amy did too, and she was trying to be strong, and I just couldn't handle it anymore. I sat down that day with the principal and one of Mum's friends that is a teacher. And I tried to explain to them that every time I tried to talk to people, they're making up these things. The teachers are not doing anything about it. they just get away with it and there's no consequences. That's what she said to me. You're imagining it. And you know what my mum's friend said to me? The one that's meant to support me? She said, yes, she's right. I'm a teacher. I know a lot of kids make this stuff up, and you are. They didn't believe me. And I didn't know why. I was pouring my heart out to them. I actually ran out of that room. I felt like running away, but I tried not to. I ran away so many times. Even when we have home problems, I run away now. But this one time, I just went back to class with all those bullies. The teacher. I went in that class and no one talked to me. No one even cared. But I was ignored, but I actually wanted to feel that at that moment because I just wanted to get away from those two teachers who didn't believe me. And that's when they tried to call the police and thought I ran away because they thought I had some mental illness because I was upset, depressed.
And I was in the room too, having a panic attack, not understanding what was happening. And here they are saying, does your sister always do this? Basically thinking my sister's a psycho, a crazy person. See all the things that can happen just from getting bullied, becoming the perpetrator, all these people. No support. What has come of this world? Every country, everyone gets bullied in every school. Every school. It's everywhere.
But all we can say is that what was bad, what we ever did from the get-go was leave high school when it got bad. We kept leaving the school, running away. And eventually, more than half the town here, everyone knew us. Knew all those twins that left, the weird twins, the ones that were mean, the stuck-up twins, all sorts of names.
Spread from school to school, and people I didn't even know, schools I didn't even know. It was incredibly weird and scary and creepy.
We were alone. And all we had was our mum to defend us, all the time. But what I'm saying is, don't move schools. Whether the teacher's not doing about it or the students. You gotta fight it. If you have friends at that school and you had a good time until those people showed up, whether it's the whole school or anything, you gotta fight it. And if you're like the Dolan twins or other twins that left school to pursue their career and their dream, you can do that too. Or people like Amy and I who can't do that right now at this point in their lives, they have to finish school. Push through. You're not alone. So if you're a bystander there, if you're a bystander seeing that person being bullied, worrying about what if they see me like that, I'll be targeted next. That's how I used to think. That would stop them from bullying, whether you get bashed up or problems are caused that you didn't have to be a part of. We got to stick together. Otherwise, they're going to always win. And you can comment down below. We will always talk to our fans, our supporters. Because
you're our friends and
we think of you guys like family. The ones that's suffering like us.
You're like us and you have a bully who's our neighbour or everywhere around you. Make a goal and live the life you want to live.
You and I, we're like fireworks and symphonies exploding in the sky. With you, I'm alive. Like all the missing pieces of my heart, they finally collide. So stop time right here in the moonlight, 'cause I don't ever wanna close my eyes. Without you, I feel broke, like I'm half of a whole. Without you, I've got no hand to hold. Without you, I feel torn like a sail in a storm. Without you, I'm just a sad song.
Jeffy, stop it. Jeffy, if you hit it one more time, you're grounded. If you hit it one more time, I'm taking all your toys. If you hit it one more time, I'm kicking you out of the house. If you hit it one more time, I'm gonna unadopt you. If you hit it one more time, Jeffy, I'm gonna take you out of school. You're never going back to school again. Stop it, Jeffy!